Hello, this is Jamie Megridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card, but actually it's more, the video's more about, did you know you could alter your stamps just by doodling on them? So let's get started. Bring in my supplies here. I'm going to be using Balmy Blue, Magenta Mayonnaise, Old Olive, Rich Razzleberry, and Memento. I'm going to be using the In Bloom. They're solid image stamps, so that works perfect for this. You're just going to stamp it in color and then you can doodle on it. I'm going to bring in Hello from Vine Design because I want a nice sentiment that would go with it. This sentiment on this one, the font didn't quite match my doodles, I didn't think, so I'm going to change that up a little. Okay, I have a scallop edge die. This is just from my stash. I know there's one coming in the new catalog, so you could use that or any scallop edge die that you have or punch. I'm using two of the layering circles dies. They're the third from the largest scallop and the third from the largest circle. Alright, I've got 3 scraps of, I don't think I need this one. Maybe I do, I don't remember now. I've got some scraps of the In True Love Designer Series paper. They're just varying widths. They're at least 3/4 of an inch wide. And then some scraps of black to go along with those, so that I can make the flags. I have a 7/8 by 5 1/2 inch piece of Magenta Madness. And then I started with a 1 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch. These are actually longer than 5 1/2 inches of black, and then I die cut out of the edge the scalloped edge. So I have the scallop. And then this is going to go ahead and layer on top of that, like that. Okay, I might as well go ahead and do that now. Get one piece off my desk. And it, again, this is longer than 5 1/2 inches, and I can trim off the ends. I find that works better for me, and then I don't end up with a slightly shorter piece than I want it to be. Okay. I have a piece of white to stamp on. I have a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of the True Love Designer Series paper, and a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of black. I have another piece of black that I've die cut from the scalloped circle, the layered one. You could have cut it out of here, but I just had a scrap on my, so I used that. And then my card base, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, so let's bring in that white piece that I need to stamp on, and let's get stamping. So I'm going to use the Magenta Madness first. And I'm going to stamp this flower. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my Old Olive on one of the leaves. And I'm going to bring in a couple of these Post-it notes just to, so I don't have too much overlap. Actually, I don't think it's going to matter. I'm just going to stamp it. Well, kind of don't want it too much overlap here, so I'm going to take these corners, stamp just to, so I don't have too much overlap. And this is designed, it kind of fits right in there, so maybe I don't even need those. Let's just stamp it. That's pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in this little tiny flower here, the balmy blue. I'm going to stamp a couple of those. Oh, I just re-inked this and it's really, I probably over-inked it. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to push some of that ink down because I think I put too much ink on there. Alright, I'm going to stamp a couple of these. One over here. Okay. I'm going to bring in this little loopy flower. I hope you can see it. And the rich razzleberry. I'm going to stamp that in the center of this one. Okay, and might as well bring in that sentiment. I'm going to wait on the sentiment because I want to doodle first. I say you can either doodle with your Stampin' Right marker, it's got that nice fine tip on the end, or you can bring in something like, you know, a micron pen or a Copic multi-liner, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Right marker, and I'm just going to start doodling. I'm just going to use the shapes of the flowers. And I'm just going to doodle. Draw a few lines in here. Around this leaf, and I'm purposely making it a jiggly line because then I don't have to be perfect. If it's jiggly on purpose, then if it's not straight, it doesn't matter because it wasn't meant to be. Okay, again I'm gonna do some doodles here. Kind of freestyle, whatever you want, however you want to do it. Now you could bring in a white gel pen if you want, or a metallic gel marker, and add some other details in there with the white gel pen. It's not writing very well, but okay, so get the idea there. And then I also took the marker and I did dots between them. In these triangle areas. In between them. I think it's called pointillism. I don't know. But anyway, I just dotted in there like that. Heavier, more dots in towards the bottom. And less dots as you got out, away from them. No technique here, just adding some dimension or shadow or just something else to it. Okay, now I'm going to take that circle die and I'm going to go ahead and set that on there and cut out as much of it as I can. And I will be right back. Why is my nose running down my face? Video uploading.